what's going to happen, man, in the time to come in these days. But
Isaiah 24:19, and it says, the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it.
read that again.
It says, and 19, it says, the earth is utterly broken down.
The earth is utterly broken down. You hearing that? Broken down. Meaning, Esau's all about trying to upgrade. Well, the scriptures say the earth will be broken down, man. You know, and it tells you that in Malachi 1 verse 4, it says, they shall build, but I will what? Throw down. So how's the Lord Most High going to throw it down again? By using the same weapon that Esau's made. The same net that Esau spread. He's going to fall right back into his own net which he made, man. The same pit that he dug, he's going to fall right into the same pit. The same weapon that he made and sold to other nations so they can have their own missile defense system. That same weapon that he gave is going to be used against him in the end. As a man soweth, that shall he also what? Reap. Alright, go ahead.
And it says, the earth is clean dissolved, and the earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again.
You hearing that? And the earth shall be removed like a drunkard. You ever seen a drunk man? When the police, say if you were drunk driving and the police pulled you over and they told you to walk in a straight line, and you was drunk, sloppy drunk. You know you can never walk in a straight line. You'll be doing all of that. So that's how it's gonna be with the earth, man. The earth is gonna just somehow shake, man. That's how big it's gonna be. To the point where we're gonna have to be beamed up out of the earth. We're gonna have to be somewhere in the firmament, outer space somewhere, man. We're literally gonna have to be outer space. That's how big the destruction is gonna be. We can't be hiding in the hole. And because the elites, they're gonna be hiding in the holes. But the scriptures say that because the elites already prepared for it. The elites already got their bunkers, their mountain retreats, and whatever other retreats they got.
They prepared for it in 1978, mate. That's how long ago.
So that's how long ago. So they've been preparing hardcore for centuries. Handed down to their children.
Right. Yeah.
God damn, man. So they train their children saying, listen, accomplish what we have started. So that's a big thing that they've been investing in. Knowing that there's going to be a time of destruction they've been planning for. But just in case a time happened where missiles would hit the earth and cause a great devastating destruction. They've been preparing for that thing. Well, we haven't been preparing on a physical level. But why? Because we trust in what the scriptures say. That we're actually going to be delivered. We're going to be beamed up. It tells you how the Lord will recover his remnant that's been scattered to the four corners. It tells you that in Matthew 24, if you can get that real quick. It says Matthew 24 verse 30. 20, let's start from verse 29. Yeah, start from verse 29.
So Matthew 24 and 29, and it says, immediately after the tribulation of those days,
immediately after the tribulation,
shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
Read that again.
And immediately after the tribulation of those days.
So wait a minute, stop right there. It said after the tribulation, not before the tribulation. So that cuts out the rapture. The rapture doctrine states that before the tribulation, we will be delivered.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So that cuts that out because the woman that I was talking to, she believes in the rapture. She believes in that rapture shit, man. So that means she doesn't know the scriptures. It said after the tribulation of those days, what shall happen? Go ahead.
And it says immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened,
Right.
and the moon shall not give her light,
Right.
and the stars shall fall from heaven.
So what's the stars falling from heaven? Talking about the missiles, man. The missiles shall fall from heaven, okay? And that's what's gonna cause the earth the mushroom cloud. It shall be like a
Rolled together as a scroll.
rolled together as a scroll, exactly. It tells you that in I believe it's Isaiah, it's a 30 something, 34.
Isaiah 34 and 4, and it says, and all the hosts of Isaiah 34 and 4, it says, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be brought together as a scroll, and all the hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree.
Yeah, so that explains why the sun and the moon shall be darkened, man. Because of that mushroom cloud. That pollution.
Yeah, debris and dust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And brimstone, man. Because that what do you call it? Because when that destruction comes, there's certain radiation. So we need to be delivered from that radiation too, man. Because imagine us mortal human beings living on Earth right after that nuclear destruction. We're gonna be all deformed and shit, man. That radiation would kill us, man. That radiation would kill us. Because the air we're breathing wouldn't be clean anymore, man. It's not clean now. So how much more when the missiles drop? We're literally gonna be breathing in poison. So we literally need to be delivered from that death, man. Because it goes on to tell you that in Revelation 21, man. And Revelation 15. If I get that, Revelation 15 verse 1. If you got anything, bring it out.
It's that Joel 2 and 10, and it says, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
You hearing that? But
And Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word, for the day of Yahweh is great and very terrible, and who can abide it?
so why is people walking around proud, man? That's what I'm trying to. Why are you walking around all proud like you're invincible? Let's see how invincible you are when the missiles drop, man. If you can block the missiles. You know what I'm saying? Or you can, you know what I'm saying? Like you're Superman or Hancock. You know?
Just in the thing coming, you drop dead before you even land.
Yeah, it tells you that in Isaiah 13, all faces shall be in pain. Shall gather blackness, man. You know?
Just hearing that sound, that word, and say missiles, like just the missiles have been launched before they even get to your atmosphere, man.
Well, you had a taste of that from Hawaii.
Yeah.
And the missiles wasn't even shot. Well, they did say.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
They thought that the missile flew over.
Yeah, and they're putting their babies down in the drain, you know what I mean?
Yeah. People was committing suicide, shitting themselves, fainting.
Yeah, because they said it was about 40 minutes it went on for, you know? Then they said, oh, sorry, the guy pressed the wrong button. They wanted to see the reaction, that's what they do. They do it to see the reaction of the people, and it's like, oh, yeah.
People must have died of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Just collapsing and fainting.
Yeah. What are we gonna do? Oh my God.
Yeah. People also see people all running
Jesus
around,
yeah.
you know?
You're filling up with haunted houses.
Yeah, that long queue, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Trying to jump the queue and shit.
But you know what? You run to your pastor, you find him as well. He'll be scared looking for answers as well.
He's like
That film in it.
Shit. Keep himself,
With a flashlight and a gun.
yeah.
they were looking through.
Yeah.
And she went looking through. And you went down into the basement. It was pitch dark.
Yeah, right.
It's nothing.
The
Then she
flashing
saw a
light.
candle.
Yeah.
And he was dead.
So I guess some kind of sign or...
And that's for supposing the man of the Lord, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the man of the Lord right there.
Yeah.
See, that's what's going to happen. These movies make a mockery of these churches, man. And that shows you that these movies, Hollywood, they're making a mockery of these churches, man. When they made a movie like that, they're basically showing you what's going to happen in these churches. All these people, they're going to lose faith, man. They're going to lose faith. There's not going to be no answers in these churches. All right? We have the answers. We have the understanding. We have the living waters, man. Okay? Well,
It's Isaiah 33 and 6, and it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times,
okay.
and strength of salvation, the fear of Yahweh is his treasure.
Are you hearing that? So that's your treasure. The fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's going to be your treasure. The scripture says in Matthew, it says, where a man's heart is, that's his treasure. That's where his treasure shall be. Where your mind is, that's where your treasure shall be. Roughly paraphrase. Meaning, wherever you're focusing on, that's your treasure. Whether it's an album deal, your woman. Some men, they see their woman as their treasure. They don't put this woman first, man. That's going to be your, wherever you put your mind at, that's going to be your strength for salvation. You think your woman is going to deliver you. You think your education is going to deliver you. You think your car, your expensive car, is your treasure. You think that's going to deliver you. Our treasure is this knowledge, this wisdom. That's what's stabilizing us. And that's going to be the strength of our salvation, man. And the word salvation, what is the word salvation? It means preservation or deliverance from destruction. Alright? So we trust in His truth. And we know, say, that's what's going to deliver us from the destruction to come. Okay? Nothing out here, alright? It's all corruptible. Scripture says the fashions of this world do what? It passeth away, man. And how is it going to pass away? When the elements, when it all melts with fervent heat, man. So whatever we put our trust in, you know, say it's not carnal. We know that it's spiritual. Alright, go ahead.
Right, this is Joshua 1 and 7. Be only thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it from the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper wherever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do all according to that is written therein. And then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success.
Right. And that's it. Okay? Wait. Yeah. If I know, I'll go to Revelations 15. 15. Start from verse 1.
This is Revelation 15 and 1, and it says, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues.
7 angels having the 7 last plagues, man. 7 represents what?
Completion.
Completion. complete destruction. The 7 last plagues, man. Alright, go ahead.
And it says, for in them is filled up with the wrath of the Most High.
With them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. Now get that scripture where it says in 6 troubles, and in the 7th you should be delivered.
Can I come in the video as well?
Why not?
Why not? What's the video about?
This is Job 5:19, and it says, "We shall deliver thee in 6 troubles."
Deliver you in what? Remember we read about 7 last plagues? It said deliver you in 6 troubles, go ahead.
Yeah, in the seventh there shall no evil touch thee.
In the 7th last plague, there shall no evil trouble you, man. What's the 7th last plague? The complete destruction plague, man. The great doom, the day of doom. That shall be the end of the beginning. Okay, and the beginning of the immortality for to come. Right? Okay. Now what does it say? It says the scripture just went out of my head. What's that? Give me the scripture where it talks about the last trump we shall return incorruptible. Immortality shall That's in Corinthians. One of the Corinthian scriptures.
It's at 1 Corinthians 15:51, and it says, "Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed."
We shall not sleep, meaning we're not all gonna die. Alright? Meaning the elect, we're not all gonna die, but what's gonna happen is we're gonna be changed. Go ahead.
In a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trump.
At the last trump, go ahead.
For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible,
Go ahead.
and we shall be changed.
Go ahead.
For this corruption must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality.
And it said the last trump, because you had 7 angels. The last trump, that's going to be the deliverance, man. And we're going to be delivered from the last plague. That's when no evil shall touch you. That's when Psalms 91 will come into effect. Okay? Psalms 91 will come into effect, man. So let's go back to 15, Revelation 15.
Back to Revelation 15:1, and it says, "And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up with the wrath of the Most High."
Go on.
And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire.
And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. What is that talking about? It's talking about the firmament. And that mushroom, that cloud of fiery mushroom cloud, man. That sea of glass mingled with fire. Go ahead.
Many mushroom clouds.
Yeah.
Many mushroom clouds.
Yeah.
And it says, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image,
Right.
and over his mark,
Right.
and over the number of his name.
So we have to read that again, man.
Verse 2, it says, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire.
Yeah, because when we're up there in the chariots in outer space and we're looking at the planet Earth, it's gonna look like a lake of fire, man. So we're literally gonna see that sea of glass mingled with fire, man. Alright? We're literally gonna see that when we're in outer space. Go ahead. Yeah. Come forward. You step back. Go on.
And it says, it's like, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast.
Them that got the victory over the beast, over what the system, man. We were victorious. Meaning what? We didn't allow this bullshit system to overcome us. The scriptures say, he that which ye have already, hold it fast to the end. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works to the end. Just like Yahweh did, man. He that kept the words, that suffered, all right, was chastised, that dealt with order and kept the order, kept the faith. That was his integrity. That was his standard. That's what he represented. That's what his rep was, man. And he repped Yahweh and Yahweh to the end. He overcame the system. Because this beast is set up to destroy you, man. It's set up to strip you of your integrity. It's set up to make you sell out, to give up your soul, to have sold out. You know, your soul is gone. You sold out. All right. But we overcame that. We overcame all the wine of this system. We didn't allow this system to make us drunk. All right. But this place is filled with the filthiness of its fornication, man. And a lot of our people, they've joined the spirit of this place. They've got a covering, but not of me. They've got a covering of the spirit of Egypt, man. All right? They've got the spirit of this being the subject to this beast, man. Their hopes, their dreams, their aspirations is in the beast, man. They've actually got no aspirations of being outside the beast, to have a kingdom for themselves, man. Whereas just us. Or if you got any of our people that do want to have a kingdom outside this kingdom, they want to hold hands with everybody in that kingdom, like the Christians. They want to enter heaven holding hands with Esau and Moab and Ishmael. All right? They don't want to be in a kingdom where it's just us, man, and the other nations being subordinate to us. All right? The scriptures say what? I saw a day that had the victory over the beast, over the EU, over the red dragon. All right? Go ahead.
And them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over his image.
Over his image, meaning what? The New World Order. The one world system. Because this is the image of the beast. Everything you're seeing out here, this is the image of it. Alright? Go ahead.
And over his mark.
And over his mark. Where's the mark of the beast? Where's the mark of the system? It damn sure isn't Christianity. It's not Christianity, man.
Or embargo.
Or an embargo. Alright? Because if it was Christianity, that means we all got the mark of the beast. Because once upon a time, we all believed in Christianity. Alright? Hold on. Okay? The mark of the beast is talking about the RFID microchip. Alright? Millions of people, or thousands of people, I'd say millions of people have it on the earth right now. Okay? You got cyborgs walking around, man, with technology stuck in their arse, man. They can swipe doors, they can swipe their car, or they can swipe to pay for things. No, they don't need to use debit or credit cards no more. Because it's all stored on that chip, man. They're basically half human and half robot, man. Okay? They've been tagged, so to speak. Okay? They've been marked. But marked for destruction. The mark that we have is the mark of salvation, the mark of deliverance, the mark of exemption from judgment. As the scriptures say, blessed is he whose sins is forgiven, man. Alright? Who the Lord won't impute iniquity. Okay? And who is that referring to? Referring to the elect. Okay? The ones who the Most High made a promise to. And that's talking about us, man, the hopeful elect. And he saw them same men in our space, looking down at the earth, and seeing it basically filled up with fire, man. Go ahead, read on.
and over the numbers of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High.
Having the harps of the Most High, which is the truth. Which is the truth, go ahead.
And they sang the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High.
And they sung the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High. Go ahead.
And the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are the works of Yahweh, power almighty, just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints.
Now, hold that and give me Psalms. Talks about the harps. Psalms, let me get it. Psalms 49 verse 4. Because it spoke about they had harps. Read that part about the harps, man. They had harps.
Revelation 15 and 3, it says they sang the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Yahweh. Psalm 15 and 2, it says, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High.
Having the harps of the Most High. A harp is a musical instrument. Alright, let me read this. Psalms 49 verse 4. I will incline mine ear to a parable. I will open my dark saying upon the harp. Alright, so basically the men of the Most High, the elect, the tabernacle of David, we're going to have the dark sayings, man. We're going to have access to the truth. And that's what we're going to be singing. That's the new song we're going to be singing when we're up there in space, man, in the chariots. We're looking down, seeing the Fanyala get destroyed by the missiles, seeing the twins get destroyed by the missiles, seeing Kwame getting destroyed by the missiles. Sean might be up there in their missiles if he doesn't repent, man. Who else might be in the missiles, man? Was IUIC? The niggas, any niggas in IUIC that don't repent, they're gonna be in the missiles. Alright? They're gonna be in the missiles, man. Who else, man? I'm trying to think of some fucking niggas here.
Ricard from GLCC.
Yeah, he's gonna be destroyed.
So that if he doesn't
Repent from his adulteries, man, he's gonna be destroyed.
General Yohana.
Yeah. Yohana, the Muslim. Yeah.
teaching the mark of the beast is embargo.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. Any of them niggas that sold out, the black woman, she's gonna be in the missiles.
Yeah. That weave's gonna go up in flames. Yeah.
Gonna go up in flames.
Warning, flammable.
Who else? You're gonna have 2/3 niggas just getting annihilated, man. Alongside Esau and the other nations that are destined to be destroyed, man. Alright? A lot of our people are gonna die in the time to come. Simply because they walked in great pride and didn't want to repent to Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
Alright? Go ahead.
Something.
Go on.
If you watch that movie, This Is the End, I think Rihanna and all these famous actors are in it.
Yeah.
Basically, the chariots come and then they start going to the chariot. And then you had one guy trying to one guy was being beamed up, and another guy holding on to him. He was holding on to the guy up in the channel with him. I found that funny because, you know, but in reality, that's not going to happen, man.
Yeah.
If you're destined to stay, you'll stay. And if you're destined to be beamed up, you'll be beamed up. You know what I'm saying? See a guy going up the chariot, you won't be able to hold on to his leg.
You know Jacob held on Esau's heel.
It's funny because he held on here right until the top, man, like right until the clouds, man. You wouldn't let go of his friend.
Imagine that. But some people are going to be like, Lord, Lord, did I not prophesy in your name?
Yeah.
No!
That's what the one girl said, yeah.
It's destroyed, man.
Yeah.
You know, the elements shall melt with fervent heat. These elements. And Zechariah says that their flesh shall consume away while he's down on their feet. No!
Yeah.
Those look like these are killing you before the fire actually even gets to you.
Yeah, before the fire, the radiation, the wind, the destroying wind, this destroys you, man. That's a hell of a destruction, boy.
Yeah.
The whole of your being just destroyed. Your bones.
Yeah, blow the
your
flesh
veins,
off your bones
blood,
and
your
everything.
DNA,
Yeah.
Just disintegrate, man.
Yeah.
Your eyeballs, your teeth,
Everything.
the hairs on your head and beard just disintegrate.
Yeah.
You cease from existence completely. You know, you was here and now you're not. You know, that's how wicked you are. The Most High had to destroy you just like that. Your entire being. You didn't just take your spirit, you took your body and everything. It's gone. That's how wicked you was, man. Alright? Give me hold that and give me Revelation 14 verse 1. Because we read about the harps, right? And how they sung the song of Moses and the song of the Lamb. Meaning there's truth, there's prophecy, they had the testimony of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of what? Prophecy. So we're meant to be prophets, man. Alright? And we come out here and people come up and we tell them and they say this, that and the third, what's gonna happen? What do you guys believe in? We say, listen, we believe in the end of your society. You're gonna be destroyed and you're ultimately, the rest of you that survived the nuclear destruction, if you're a heathen, you're gonna wind up kissing boots, man, in the kingdom. Alright? For eternity. You're gonna be bound down on your knees, alright? With your head down forever, man. Go ahead.
It's at Revelation 14 and 1, and it says, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000.
So we're gonna be with Yahweh Shai. The scriptures say, when we get beamed up into a cloud, we will be with the Lord forever, man. I told you that, I believe it's Thessalonian. We will be forever with the Lord. The scripture says that with that same lamb, Yahweh Shai, the one from the tribe of Judah, alright? The one of our brethren from amongst us, he's gonna be among the 144,000, man. Alright? He's gonna be at the top of Mount Zion. Because he's the king, he's the governor. He's the one doing the governing. Go ahead.
And it says, having his father's name written in their foreheads, and I heard a voice from the heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder.
Imagine that. Imagine that's Yahweh Shai's voice, man. His voice is like the sound of many waters. That means he's got a deep voice.